Hello, and welcome to another edition of Sports Card ASMR. Me? Well, I'm the Sports Card Doctor, and I'm very happy that you've decided to join us here today for another video where we combine the relaxation benefits of ASMR and combine it with sports card nostalgia. Oh, we have a lot of fun, a lot of weird fun around these parts. Today is a pricing video where we take a old Beckett baseball card monthly and we take a pack of cards and price the cards we find inside to see if we'll make our money back. But here's the big kicker. Everybody wins. If you'd like, I'd love if you would subscribe to the channel. Alright? Sometimes I put it here, but there's also a little YouTube link up here. This is just a reminder. That's where you should click. Confusing? Maybe. I'm a sports card doctor, not a scientist, man. Alright. Before we get into the pricing, we need to do something very important. And that's clean our workspace. A clean workspace is close to godliness, is what an ancient proverb once said. By ancient proverb, I think I saw it on the inside of a Snapple bottle cap, where I got most of my knowledge in the mid to late 90s. For those of you who like water triggers, now's the time. Alright. Some of you might be wondering, has the sports card doctor ever sprayed his fancy electronic gear? And the answer is, but of course. Alright. For those wondering why we need a clean workspace, we're dealing with sports card legends. We want to make sure if we set these cards down on this space, a space where I eat 88% of my own microwave burritos, we want it to be as clean as possible. Because we have legend cards that we sometimes look at, like Rowdy, Roddy, Piper, Ken Griffey Jr., a 1990 Flair. Oh, that's probably worth $1, maybe $2. Or the Bulldog, Oral Hershiser from 1990 as well. Or the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith, also from 1990. We've got 1990 on the brain, I guess. Or, here we go, something new. This is from 2023, Jazz Chisholm. Or it might be 2024. No, 2023. Alright. I digress. Here's someone we can all pay attention to. Ozzie Canseco's brother, Jose, a Topps All-Star rookie. or a legend like the man who pretty much appears in every video, because look at that goddamn mustache. It deserves to be on YouTube. Mark Malone. One day, we might cut up this card, but we're not going to do that yet. If we get to 1,000 subs, I think I'll consider it. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is bring forth our Beckett Baseball Card Monthly. This is the March 1992 edition with Billy Ripken's brother on the cover. It's issue number 84 in an ongoing series of pricing your own childhood memories. We'll just take a quick look at it, and then we'll get our pack of cards. March 1992, we are coming off the 1991 baseball season. The Blue Jays were top of the charts. Look at this, an article on Phil Plantier, left-handed Red Sox slugging prospect, who I will be honest, thought was going to do a lot more just because he had one of the best batting stances during this era. Ooh, my favorite position growing up was catcher, and you got some greats here. Carlton Fisk and Bob Boone. He played until he was 92. Tony Pena, that's right kids, Tony Pena was a great catcher in his day. Sandy Alomar Jr., an up-and-comer at this time. Two greats, Johnny Bench and Benito Santiago, who we have said before here on the channel, had a very legendary pants bat. How do I know that? Let's just say I knew it. Not from personal experience, you little school children, but from someone who played in the minor leagues during the late 80s. Ron Gant. Look at that mullet. Dear God, that mullet belongs in a mullet Hall of Fame. And if there's not a mullet Hall of Fame, please, someone start one right now. This was one of my favorite cards from 1989 Score. Somewhere I have it. One day I'll dig it up. Just to prove how cool I am. Just looking through the price guide here. While one of 9 airplanes take off from the Burbank Airport nearby the Sports Card Doctor Studios. Now, you might notice here, I have a little bit of water damage. I have had this Beckett since, well, February of 1992 when I purchased it. So somewhere along the way, got a little water on it. We're going to have to push through. Jack went down. Musician and pitcher. Dodgers Yankee future star John Ramos. Interesting memories here. Alright, take a quick look at Warren Spahn, Ryan Sandberg, Rhino. Alright, let's figure out what pack of cards we're going to be pricing today. Go to our box of cards that was originally sent to us from John at The Past is Alive. Check out his YouTube channel so that you too can enjoy the past in the present. What will we be pricing today? Well, we won't be pricing 2023 cards. I should track down a modern day Beckett. Do they still have them? It's getting to the point where you can't go down to your local Rite Aid and get yourself a Playboy and a Beckett, just like I did in 1992. I'm kidding. I cried in the parking lot and couldn't ask because of fear. We could price the 1991 Studio. I still love these packs of cards. Very curious sub-collection in this era. We could price the 1991. What secrets and champion superstar cards could we get? Not a lot. Or what about this pack of 89 Donruss? It's got a Warren Spahn puzzle in it. And have some synergy for this Beckett. Actually, I've been intrigued by this pack of 1992 tops. Price to go at The Past is Alive at 75 cents. We're gonna price the pack of cards at $1 for this experiment, as we often do. I think that's what we're gonna open. All right? Yeah. Let's repack our box here. For those of you who are relatively new to the channel, we try to strike a balance of ASMR and sports card nostalgia, as we said up top. So hopefully you're getting some relaxation, just as much as you're getting some nostalgia. Let's repack the box here. I've got to head down to my local card shop, pick up some more packs. I'd love to get some from the early 80s, maybe even some late 70s, early 2000s, where I have a bit of a blind spot in my card knowledge. Some crinkles for you crinkle heads. Alright. If you'd like to send the Sports Card Doctor some packs of cards to open or price, maybe some old Becketts you have lying around, you can do so by sending it to the address listed in the description below. All right. Let us open up this pack of 1992 Topps. Gotta be honest, I don't remember 92 Topps. I was just starting to get to the era where I wasn't collecting as much as I had been from 87 to 91. A lot of times people will say, well, I was collecting baseball cards up until I found things I was more interested in, like cars and girls. Though I was interested in those things, I had a 1981 Ford Fairmont, and no girls were interested in me during high school, so I had no excuses. This was my sophomore year. I could have easily have purchased these cards. See why these are harder to crinkle. Really tightly wound packs. Tightly wound packs, as if they're feeling the stress of trying to run a YouTube channel. All right, let us take a look at what we got. Interesting here. I already see some stuff we like. All right, we have defensive whiz Omar Vizquel, back when he was a Mariner. The Governor, Jerry Brown. Junior Felix, up-and-comer at this time. Liked him. Mr. Bases Loaded himself, Pat Tabler. And you kids out there might be thinking, what do you mean Mr. Bases Loaded? Pat Tabler had a very special, unique set of skills. Liam Neeson's skills was threatening people over cell phones. Pat Tabler was an expert at batting with the bases loaded. His stats were next level. In fact, there's a good chance, well, they're not going to mention it here, but usually there'd be a note on his car that was like, Pat Tabler kicks ass with the bases loaded, and they show us stats. Not so much there. He did get some postseason action with the Blue Jays this season. Good for you. Brian Harper is here now. For those of you who still play Immaculate Grid on baseballreference.com, Brian Harper is a player you want to remember because he played for the Angels, the Pirates, the Cardinals, the Tigers, the Athletics, and the Twins. He would go on and play for some more teams as well, post 1991. Look him up. But he often gets you a great answer with a low percentage of answered questions. So you score big with Brian Harper. Just a tip from me, the sports card doctor. Jeff Montgomery, one of the best closers during this era. Herm Winningham with a winning smile. Oh, stop. I'll never do that again. Gerald Perry. There's another great immaculate grid answer if you're looking for an Atlanta player who had a 300 batting average. He did that during his 1988 season. Batted 300 flat. He also gets credit for that in 1983. Not a lot of people remember the success of one Gerald Perry. Speaking of success and speaking of mullets, here's Dennis Eckersley of the Oakland Athletics. This is the mullet I had as a kid. If you get a good look there, that is the mullet that I used to sport during the late 80s into the early 90s. Perhaps a reason, well, some people didn't find me interesting during high school. We got ourselves a match in stats. Ooh, we might do that. Look at this. A Gold Cup Jeff Bagwell rookie. What a pull. Now, we're going to be pricing this based on the March of 1992 prices, but this might be worth a little bit now. I'm not saying it's going to clear my debts, but maybe I could buy myself a McFlurry or something like that. All right. Kim Batiste to the Phillies. All-Star card for Barry Larkin. Not his actual regular card, so not worth as much, but it might be worth something. Mike Maddox, brother of Greg, of course. Brett Barbary. Now, what's interesting about Brett Barbary is his now ex-wife, Jillian Barbary, became one of the biggest, most popular news personalities in the 90s into the early 2000s on her Good Day LA show with Dorothy Lucy and Steve Edwards. Local, definitely local to the LA area in Southern California, but she did kind of reach a national status, but she had long since divorced Brett. And as a weird side note, the sports card doctor had some members of his family who knew them and actually had counseled them in their church when they were young and married. Is that information you needed? Absolutely not. But anytime I see a Brett Barbary card, I think of all that. And now you get to hear it. And here's Ruben Amaro. Amaro would go on to be a general manager, right? I think with the Phillies, maybe. He would get into the front office of baseball. All right, well, let's see. Scratch. Do some scratching here. I don't know if scratching is a trigger for any of you out there. Oh, if I had scratched this in 1992, I would have got a pack of 10 Topps Gold cards. Unbelievable. I forget how to play this. You know what? If you don't mind me scratching, let's do some scratching here. Might move my tripod a little too much. Well, this isn't as good as the nails. But we're rolling tape. We're not editing this out. Oh, I got 3 outs. I already lost. All right. A pox on you. All right. Now it's an interesting pack here. We are setting the price, as I've said before, at $1. So we gotta see which one of these cards, which collection of these cards. We don't price the entire pack, as you know. About 5 or 6 cards. Ruben Amaro, kind of a rookie card here. I'll put that in the maybe. Brett Barbary, probably a common. Mike Maddox, Barry Larkin, All-Star. Definitely pricing that. Definitely pricing that. I'm not going to price Gerald Barry. Junior Felix had some up-and-coming cred. And Omar Vizquel. All right. Just let me look at these again here. Yeah, I'm pretty solid in my decisions there. We're going to try to price these ones to make our money back. If we need to, we'll pull 1 or 2 special backup choices there. All right, let's get to the 1992 Topps. Look at that, play Super Off-Road, the video game right there. If you're a cool kid, you would. 1991 Leaf Studio. Alright, here we go. There it is. Water damage aside, we've got our 1992 tops. Alright. Alright. Okay, let us see what we can do here. Alright, let's begin with Omar Vizquel, Hall of Famer there, doing what he does best, flashing the leather like he's at a discotheque in 1979. Number 101 in the set. And oh no, that's a common. I have a feeling we're going to be down to the wire here. 5 cents. Oh my. Okay. Alright. There you go. Let's look at Junior Felix here. Card number 189 in the set. Oh no. Cliff Floyd has a card. Glenn Davis, but not Junior Felix. Oh no. This is not looking good. 5 cents. We're at 10 cents total. A lot of pressure is going to be on that Jeff Bagwell, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Jeff Montgomery, though. Oh no. A common. He wasn't a common closer. Not a Hall of Famer, but more than a common. Dennis Eckersley. Here we go. There's a Hall of Famer. 738. A common. Dennis Eckersley was towards the end of his career. I get it. But he had 43 saves in 1991. He had that mullet. Oh, no. Not a great pack, I guess. Okay. We're going to leave that Bagwell for the very end because I think it's going to come down to that. Alright, we got Barry Larkin. But this is an all-star card. Not his regular card. Let's see. 389. It's listed. 8 cents. Okay. 8 cents. We're in the money now. Ruben Amaro. Hoping that a rookie card can boost us here. 269. He's listed. 10 cents. Wow. Okay. Here we go. So we are at 10, 20, 38 cents. We need to score big with Jeff Bagwell here. Jeff Bagwell Gold Cup rookie. 520. 75 cents. We did it. We did it. 7, 80, 90. $1.05. $1.13. Sorry. Almost forgot math. Looks like I just wrote 1B because I'm a doctor. But that is 113. Here, I'll write it more clear. $1.13. We made some profit. Folks, that's what we do here at Sports Card ASMR. We do some relaxing ASMR, but we also win big. Jeff Bagwell, you made this pack worthwhile. I'd like to thank John at Pass Us a Line for sending us this pack. And I'd like to thank Dennis Eckersley for that mullet. Alright, there you have it. Another price guide edition of Sports Card ASMR. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends about what we do here. Or warn your friends about what we do here. But we'll see you next time here on Sports Card ASMR.